I'm after filming this whole video already with no sound, microphone turned off. But here I am again. Welcome to the channel, guys. Matt here. This channel is Stylish Irishman and I'm a Stylish Irishman. So the mother tells me. Welcome back, guys. Hope you're all keeping well. Please give the video a thumbs up if you haven't. It really helps with the channel and lets YouTube know that you're interested in this content. And thanks so much, you're a bunch of absolute legends. So what I have for you today here, guys, is a top 10 list of the 10 most popular fragrances in my country, which is Ireland. Guys, I'd love to know what yours are, the most popular fragrances in your country, down in the comment section. Please let me know, I'm very interested. I'd like to know if they're similar to mine or different. And let me know in general what you think of these fragrances. Because I like some of them and some of them I don't really like because they're so popular. But we're going to get into it now, so let's get straight into it, guys. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Join the SI fam, Best Fragrance family on YouTube. Let's get into it. So guys, these are in no particular order, but I've saved the best to last. So guys, if you don't want to hear me ramble on about each fragrance, I've left timestamps down in the description so you can just click to each number, see what they are, rather than listen to me ramble on. But if you want to listen to me ramble on, that's great too. Number 10, guys, might surprise you, but it's a niche fragrance and it's Creed Aventus. This is actually one that I get a lot these days. I get the smell of this a lot. Now maybe the fact that there is Mont Blanc Explorer, which is a clone of this, is out now and is very popular and mainstream. But I was getting this for a while. I know a lot of people do know about this fragrance. This is a niche fragrance and a lot of people know about it as a very expensive one. But they do know about it and it's a popular scent. It definitely is the king. It's known as the king for a reason, guys. But I am getting this off a lot of people in Ireland these days. So yeah, it might not be as much of a king as it once was, especially with Explorer coming out now, with the DNA getting very popular. So it's not making you smell as unique as a fragrance enthusiast wants, but I love it, and it's Creed Aventus at number 10. So number 9 then, guys, is probably one of the most popular designer fragrances on the market, along with a lot more on this list, and it's Acqua di Gio Profumo. So sea notes and patchouli and incense basically is what you get from this. Acqua di Gio, one of the most successful men's fragrances on the market. This one is a bit darker. Both smell very similar. This one just has a bit more oomph. I love it. It's a great signature scent. Lots of men wear it as their signature scents for a good reason. Acqua di Gio Profumo, number 9 the list. Well worthy of a place. Number 8, guys, is Dolce & Gabbana The One. So this is the Eau de Parfum version. The Eau de Toilette version is as popular. People don't really be looking out for what concentration it is if they're not enthusiasts, but very popular scent, very nice, very good versatile scent, tobacco and amber kind of scent, really nice, good for date night, good for casual wear, work. It really works, and that's why it's popular. That's why I get this scent off a lot of people. Not as popular now as some of the others on this list, like Acqua di Gio and a few more a bit higher up on the list, but definitely worthy of a spot. It's popular. I'd say it's more popular in the States now, to be honest, than it is in Ireland, but it's definitely up there with one of them here in Ireland. I really like this one myself. I wear it a lot casually. This is a 150ml bottle and I will get through it. I know I will because I use it a lot. So that's number 8. So number 7 is Jean Paul Gaultier Le Mal. So I used to wear this as a young lad when I was 14, 15. I remember getting a bottle of this. It's an absolute powerhouse back then, so it was. Now, not as much, but still an iconic scent. The bottle is iconic with the torso. I have Ultra Male there with the same bottle, only different kind of scent. But Le Mal, it's funny, like taxi drivers in Cork here seem to wear Le Mal a lot. Every time I get into a taxi and there's a man wearing a fragrance, it's usually Le Mal. I smell it a lot off taxi drivers for some reason. But yeah, it's an iconic men's scent, very nice signature scent. I don't personally like it anymore, kind of got sick of it. I don't think it is what it once was. Had a much more depth and oomph before. But it's on this list because it's one of the more popular scents on the market, and for a good reason. It's an absolute iconic scent, and that's Le Mal by Jean Paul Gaultier, number 7. Number 6 then, guys, is another one called Cool Water by Davidoff. So a clone of Green Irish Tweed. So guys, Green Irish Tweed by Creed was actually released before Davidoff Cool Water. Davidoff released the same scent DNA with much cheaper price tag. To this day, it's still a bestseller. It's very, very cheap. And I have to say, it's a really nice scent. I also wear myself Très Nuit by Armaf, which is a clone of Green Irish Tweed. And they're all great scents. Davidoff Cool Water deserves a place on this list. I smell it on lots of people going around. Iconic scent, works for young and older men. Really nice. That's Cool Water by Davidoff. And number 6. Okay guys, getting into the top 5 now. Number 5 on the list is Fierce by Abercrombie & Fitch. So this one is a fresh scent, very popular. Ladies seem to love it, but it's ridiculously priced if you ask me. Mont Blanc Legend smells exactly the same for less than half the price. I don't understand how people pay so much for Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce. The Abercrombie & Fitch seem to charge a serious amount of money for it. €90 or €100 or something. It's per milliliter, it's nearly the same price as a Chanel. Now obviously you can probably get it online slightly discounted, but from what I could see, it's not really discounted too often. So people who really like it really do. I know girls who buy it for their boyfriends, for their birthdays and stuff, and for Christmas because they love it. Get some compliments, it works, you know. For an enthusiast, they don't really care, they just want to smell nice and fresh. And it is a nice fresh scent, but it's ridiculously priced in my opinion. But somehow they managed to sell it, and that's Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce, number 5. Number 4 is actually a similar kind of scent, very generic, and it's Invictus by Paco Rabanne. I smell that in a lot of people nowadays, and I think the reason that it's popular is because it's been pushed on people in the shops, the ads and stuff, the champion kind of bottle and stuff like that. But it's another one of these generic, fresh smelling fragrances, aquatic kind of, but not a great one now in my opinion. I don't love it. I have the aqua version. It's a bit nicer, but I'm not a huge fan of very generic fragrances. I know I sound like a snob calling all these generic. I own some of them, so you know, but just the Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce Invictus vibe I'm not a huge fan of. Just very fresh and clean, and you know, I like it, but personally for me it's not for me. But anyway, that's Invictus by Paco Rabanne. Very popular in Ireland now, and I'd say it's popular across the globe now, to be honest. So that's number 4 guys. So number 3 guys, Dior Sauvage. This has got ridiculously popular in Ireland nowadays. Everyone and their mother is wearing this stuff. I've recommended this to people for their boyfriends before, and they love it. I can smell it on people every day, and no matter where I go, every day I can smell Dior Sauvage, and for a good reason. It's a great, fresh, uplifting, different scent to everything else. It's not like Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce. This just has its own character. I love it. I have 2 bottles. I have a 200ml bottle of it as well as this small 60ml, and I love it. I'll always wear it myself, and I can see why everyone loves it. But it's gotten so popular now in Ireland. So if you're someone looking to buy someone a gift, buy a fella a gift if you're watching this video. Dior Sauvage, you can't go wrong with it. It's so nice and pleasing, everyone loves it. So that's number 3, Dior Sauvage. The next one's probably popular all over the world. I'm guessing it is. It's out for years. 1 Million by Paco Rabanne. Absolutely iconic scent this. This scent really reminds me of being in college, being on nights out. Everyone wears this, everyone still wears this on nights out. People love it, people just keep going back to it. I have to say, I really do enjoy it. I'd wear it myself more if I didn't think half the pub was going to be wearing it as well on a night out. 1 Million is a really iconic scent, but it has that iconic gold bar bottle, and it's one of the most iconic scents of the last decade. Since 2010, this has probably been one of the best selling men's fragrances, and it still sells well, I'd say, to this day. People love it. I know lots of people that wear it, and people keep rebuying it as well, so it works. And I think it really led the way for lots of other fragrances in the last decade too, for the real sweet, heavy fragrances. 1 Million by Paco Rabanne, number 2. Alright guys, so number 1 on the list I saved for the best till last. And this one you mightn't be expecting actually, but it reminds me of when I was younger. It's Dupe. So Dupe is a very popular fragrance actually in Ireland. I smell it a lot more than I would expect to be honest. I used to wear Dupe when I was going to teenage discos and stuff, and I was 14, 15. Back then it was absolute beast mode. I remember I got a bottle off my cousin. He was after having it for years previous, and he gave it to me, and I used to plaster myself in 12 sprays maybe before I go to a disco. Absolutely knock people out, I'd say, with it. But that's what we all done, along with like Burberry Brit and all these other Burberrys as well. Actually at the time were very popular, but Dupe, a lot of people still wear it. It's a raspberry based scent. Smells a bit like Mont Blanc Individual, but much stronger, much more iconic, and I find that Dupe is a very iconic scent in Ireland. A lot of people wear it. Some people might disagree, but I always tend to notice when someone's wearing it. Dupe is an iconic scent to me. I know a lot of people at home that wear it. People when I go to mass are wearing it. So yeah, it reminds me of just being a young lad in teenage discos, and just really, there's lots of nostalgia connected to Jupe for me. I don't have a bottle, but I might get one just for the crack to have for nostalgia purposes eventually. But yeah, that's number 1 on the list is Jupe. Guys, I'd love to hear down in the comment section what yours are, what the most popular fragrances are in your country or wherever you're living. And thanks so much for watching, guys. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Join the SI fam, the Best Fragrance family on YouTube. Take it handy, guys. God bless.